and they'll be facing the artist. Many consider this to be the most exciting division in all of boxing. It's the middleweights.
This is it. This is that fight. This is that argument. I don't know what to expect.
First up we have the artist from the United States of America. Up against them, the artist from the United States of America.
As soon as the bell goes, don't blink. That fight could be over.
And with that, let's go into the ring and the Hall of Fame announcer himself, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from the United States of America. Wearing the cyan trunks with red trim. The artist. Fighting out of the blue corner from the United States of America. Wearing the light orange trunks with red trim. The artist.
We've waited a long time for this fight. It's here, and the fighters are good to go.
I'm so giddy, so excited. The anticipation is second to none. Let's get it on.
No doubt about it. This was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. And there's the bell for round one. Both men step back for just a moment. Good right hand. Nice counter. Lucky that hook didn't score. All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
It's so hot, it's so heated. There's a roof on here, you don't understand. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on here.
They both want a knockout, you can tell. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I gotta respect both of them. More than happy.
These two were made for each other. Straight right just misses. Swing and a miss with that hook. So much for boxing. This is a very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
And that'll do it for the minute break as we get set to get back in the action. And there's the bell for round 2. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that.
And the artist has been dropped. Oh my goodness, I want to see that one more time.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
They got knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
So then look at his corner, look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner somehow. Get to the end of the round.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Catch and shoot. Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. And we may see a stoppage here. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
The referee calling for seconds out. Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather. Let's get it started in round 3. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
If you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Got out of the way of that right hook. Misses with the straight left. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
His stamina is off the charts. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Is this the beginning of the end? A night and a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
The referee calling for seconds out, right back into the action. Back at it in round 4. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet, not until your senses have come back.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Should we be surprised if these two fighters go the distance tonight, considering how much they've emphasized their physical fitness? Misses with the jab. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Nice defense on that jab. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him. Frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
Big swing and a miss with the hook. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, you know what? I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bo, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
And that'll do it for the time between rounds as we get set to get back in the action. Time for the 5th round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
The stamina is off the charts. I want to think of holding on here for a minute. What do you think of this? Hold that thought! The building is going bananas! Will they see a huge upset here? I thought that was going to be a knockdown at least.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But
whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. So much for defensive abilities. I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire.
what recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone out.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. At this point, you gotta believe he can't win on the scorecards. Gonna need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're gonna get it. Kitchen sink.
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather. Right back into the action. There's the bell for round 6. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
And he misses with that straight left. The straight right just misses. He blocks that jab. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
Look back in the history books, some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? His stamina, despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. We've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
It's when you talk about championship material.
Time winding down as we get set for another round. There's the bell for round 7. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their condition would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace, you can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Is that a match made in heaven?
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? This round could go either way. 10 seconds, and down goes the artist. How about that technique on that headshot? Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
I need to see that again.
This next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
I love the response though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set for another round. Round 8, and we're off again. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now.
Oh my! And the artist will be forced down. He made his liver quiver. Look at this again in slow motion.
That's lights out right there.
So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your eagles hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
He's got the advantage halfway through the round.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so like to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
And he scores with the counter. He misses with that jab. So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. The three judges agree, and we've got a unanimous decision.
Unanimous. You know what? Smart that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.